Okay guys, so for Ronald Reagan stop, whether that's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, right near where the white, I'm going to say van is at, lots of times motor coaches can park there. If those spots are not available, straight in front, straight ahead, and right in front of Ronald Reagan building is where they will drop off at and pick up. This is also where your DC guides will meet you, lots of times outside. Otherwise, your main entrance to enter is right in the middle of the building. You do have security that you will go through. Most of the time, the line is lined up to the right where all the windows are, and they allow about 10 people in at a time. Security is right through the door. So again, from the entrance straight down the building is where they line the groups up at. Okay guys, inside Ronald Reagan, once you get through security, this is what you're going to see. You can take either the steps or the escalator down, if the escalator is running, but you can take that down. Once we get to the, or at the bottom of the escalator, I'm going to point out a couple of things for you. The food court is actually behind the escalators. Sometimes you'll have vouchers, and that will include Panera Bread maybe on the voucher. And Panera Bread is actually going to be kind of in front of us and off towards the left, back in that direction. Otherwise, from this spot, this is a great spot for your groups to gather after eating. And once you see the steps again, off to the left and to the right, either hallway will take you to the food court. The food court is one long hallway, and at both ends of the hallway are restrooms. This ramp area is in another spot that you may gather your group at the end of your allotted time. But again, food court left and right, and restrooms are on the far end of both sides. If you notice that the line is really long to get into the building, this is another option. You can try walking your group to the back of the building. From this spot, you'll actually head to the left. And from here to the left, right under the 1300. There is another spot that's a little further down, but this one seems to work pretty well most of the time. And again, security at this end of the building will take you down to the food court. Okay, so right after security, you can veer off to the right and steps. If you need an escalator, it is just behind you to the right, but otherwise we'll head to the steps to make it down to the food court level. They even have a food court sign next to the steps there. from this spot, obviously you're back at the main level where you can bring your groups together after the food court. Otherwise, beyond the steps in either hallway, the right or left, is the food court. Okay, so the second back entrance, you can see the tall brown pillar, if you will. That is that first entrance. To the right of that, there's a long hallway or past this rounded part of the building. In through the doors straight ahead is that second building, or the second location for security. Either one is fine.